I traveled 700 miles in a weekend to meet new people on my motorcycle. And as a rider who lives for the weekend, it was perfect. And the majority of you can relate, using the weekend to escape from the monotony of the work week and getting most of your time, if any, to ride your motorcycle for the 2 days a week given for rest. The weekend. But after my recent trip to Dallas, that was 1,700 miles from a Thursday to a Sunday. I did that on the Indian Super Chief Limited. I was headed towards Robinsville Motorfest, that first annual Motorfest. And that whole trip, it just changed my brain on what's achievable in a weekend. And I know some of you would say, well, Brandon, we know you can do this in a weekend. But for somebody that talks about it and plans it and never goes through with it, that's different from somebody that does it. Because to me now, doing those kind of rides is familiar, and there's less resistance for me to do it. So being able to do that, getting to experience a ride on the highway through numerous conditions, like a lot of rain, right? With family.
God damn! My shoes! Yeah. Hey.
Conquering miles together, and now we can share those memories together, and when we meet up again, we can tell those stories again while we're sharing new moments. That was life-changing. That trip was life-changing. But we talk a lot about putting words to action and the craving by many on going the distance on cross-country trips. But the flaw in this again is that many of us don't have the time. But in my own world, I get 2 weeks vacation a year, and I plan weekend trips around those few days that I do get. I feel like we're all trying to plan some type of escape from the rat race, and the most many of us can do is run through the maze for a piece of cheese at the end to repeat the cycle. I got an invite from another YouTuber channel called RideWithTwoIndians to attend their subscriber meetup in Robinsville, North Carolina. They're very active in the Indian motorcycle space, and we share similar interests in the brand. I wanted to attend this event to support them in person, as many of us can only do this virtually by watching YouTube videos. The opportunity to make this trip was possible given the distance and that the time requirements were not out of reach. It was 306 miles and 5 hours to get to the event using the highway, and an extra hour if I wanted the scenic route. But the event was on a Saturday at 6 p.m. My weapon of choice was my 2007 Suzuki N109R. I thought about taking my V-Rod muscle, but I like the setup on the 109 with the windshield I recently bought and the GPS unit loaned to me by Garmin. I wanted comfort, being that I was riding that far, and to not feel like cardboard from fatigue when I got there. And since this was a weekend trip, I needed luggage options, especially since I don't have a bagger. The combo was a Velomaki 40-liter backpack that I was given by Velomaki. I used that to store my camera gear, and I also bought a 25-liter Velomaki duffel bag that I strapped to my passenger seat to hold all of my clothes and my toiletries. I can tell you guys that I learned my lesson from my gas tank saga with the Indian Chief. If you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. It's a really cool adventure. But this time I used bungee cords to make sure my gear was secured to the bike and it stayed put the entire ride without me having to check it every 5 minutes. But my Velomaki 25-liter bag held 2 days worth of clothing with room for more. But I leaned very heavy on the jeans that Saint sent out to me because they're motorcycle pants and they are pretty much the ultimate protection and comfort. I left midday for my trip to Tennessee with not necessarily a rush to get there, but enjoying this new feeling of a spontaneous ride. And I had 5 hours to get to town, check into my temporary home, and prepare to meet strangers. Our brains, they get used to comfort. They like comfort, and anything that's not normal in our normal life, like anything that's risky, it takes more willpower. It takes more effort to do it, even if you want to do it. There's the whole idea of the path of least resistance, where you tend to pick the path or the action that doesn't require much effort for you to do, right? So going on this trip to Dallas, again, it changed my brain, where now rides like this, I have no resistance to doing them. It's just me getting up and make sure I have the time and just doing it. I finally get to Robinsville, North Carolina, and I get there in just enough time to get settled in and check into my hotel, because I had about an hour before I had to meet up with everybody at RideWithTwoIndians event. I thought about going the easy and less tedious route and just booking with a chain hotel, right? There's no surprises, or less surprises rather. You have more confidence that you will have everything that you need from the hotel, and it's the path of least resistance. It takes less willpower, and it's not foreign for you to just call up a chain hotel or just book online and pick a hotel, right? And then I thought, let me spice it up a bit and pick somewhere local. So I found a local spot, got on the phone, and I booked a reservation.
But what do you know? It's the Challenger. This is sweet. Freaking made it.
And that's how I ended up at the Phillips Motel. It was completely family owned and full of character. I did not film inside the lobby because it was someone else's home, but I can tell you it is a real treat to see in person, just from the aesthetics and the little trinkets and items that catch your attention on the desk and just all around the walls. It's a really interesting place. And the outside is the exact same and speaks for itself with motorcycle themes and Tale of the Dragon lore. But my hotel situation was 100% spontaneous. I booked the room the Friday, the night before the trip, and got the last room available at $93 for a single night. And it was the honeymoon suite with a jacuzzi and a skylight. I didn't use it. I should have, but I didn't. Not bad. It's very cozy in here. Bed. I don't know where that goes, but there's a door. It's kind of creepy because I don't have the key to it. And the bathroom with a sun thing shade that you can see outside to the top. But yeah, these are my accommodations. But outside there was a fire pit and swings with enough space for riders to chill and enjoy each other in peace. And the breeze and the cooler temps, because of the mountains and being more further north, it made for a pleasant vibe. This truly was a nice space. You guys are probably wondering, what the heck am I doing in North Carolina? Well, there's an event going on and I decided to ride up and see what it was about. So here I am in my accommodations for the night, and I'll ride back tomorrow. It's that simple. And after getting settled in, I finally hopped back on the bike and I head not even 5 miles down the street to a local restaurant where RideWithTwoIndians, they were hosting their event.
There we go. We're going to the same place. How about that? How are you?
What I didn't tell you before is that I didn't actually agree to show up to their event. See, RideWithTwoIndians, they mentioned and invited me to their event in their YouTube video, and I think I just simply commented the little emoji eyes. That was my, I guess, response that I was interested. But I showed up completely unannounced, and it had a really great effect. So when I showed up, I didn't even pull my camera out. I simply walked up and, I introduced myself. And when Brian saw me, he had this look on his face that he was just like, why are you here? And I was just like, dude, you guys invited me, so of course I was gonna show up. But yeah, I caught them completely by surprise, and it was definitely worth it. But unfortunately, I didn't have my camera, so that memory, that face is only in my memory and everybody that was there. So yeah, it's definitely a moment worth talking about.
Is Mr. Bicasso putting me on film?
No, I guarantee you won't be. Yeah.
It'll come out next year.
Wow, next year? Oh my God.
Yeah. So, and of course I work from home.
Trailer queen.
Yeah, I couldn't be in a car.
If you rode here on a motorcycle from someplace else,
Yeah.
Orlando, Texas, tell us,
Ohio. Yep.
tell us how many miles you rode to get here.
Yeah.
600 miles.
1160.
It's great putting ones and zeros together, what you're seeing on the screen, and being able to put someone's YouTube name to someone in real life. And it was great catching up for the first time. We all fellowshipped, talked about bikes, talked about life. Brian and I talked about what we're doing respectively on our channels on this platform. Camaraderie.
hour south of the house.
Tell us who you are.
Tell us who you are. You talking to me? Oh man, I'm Brian with Ride with Two Indians.
Why are we here?
Why are we here? I don't know why you're here, but everybody else.
Because of you.
Yeah, everybody else came here because my beautiful wife Barbara and I have a YouTube channel called Ride with Two Indians, and we're also on Facebook and Instagram at Ride with Two Indians. Barbara, get over here. So Brandon was just asking us who we are and why we're here, and this is Barbara. This is the reason why everybody watches the channel. Yeah, it is.
There you go.
Now, Brandon, for you,
Oh no, I can't spin my chair. The spinny's not working.
you want me to hold it for you?
No, I got it. But yeah, I came all the way from Alabama just to meet up with these two. And then, of course, everybody else here. Everybody else here. There you are. Get in there. There you are. Yeah. But these two put on this fantastic event, bring all these people together, and that's what it's about, camaraderie and motorcycles.
It is about bringing people together.
Yeah,
That's a great point.
It was a lot of fun, and we had so many great people. You know, it's nice that when you get to meet the people that follow you, you get to see that they're really, truly nice people inside.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of people we want to attract to
Such a
our
great
channel.
community.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And of course, you're one of those too, Brandon.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the invite.
My pleasure.
But like Brian said, it's always great to meet people from the internet. And in this niche community that we have, the motorcycle community, it's small, but it's in such a big place, right? It spans such a vast area all around the world, right? And it's good to see that we are all authentic in a way that we simply just share a passion for motorcycles. And they invited the better half of the community. Everybody just meshed so well. And we all just, I feel like we were all just grateful and happy to be in everybody else's presence. Like it was just good vibes, right?
That's part of the fun.
We're doing this by the light of a motorcycle.
But like I said, I rode all the way from Alabama up to the Dragon, essentially.
Robinsville,
Robinsville to meet Ride with Two Indians. We got Barb and we got Brian, and they're just two great people that I wanted to meet. So they invited me to the event and I showed up. It was a great event. They threw an event for their subscribers and to just meet everybody, and it was a lot of fun, and again, camaraderie and new friends. So
yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
thanks for inviting me.
Oh man, well, we really appreciate it.
It won't be the last time, so definitely check out their channel. I'll leave a link down in the description so you guys can check it out. But this is what it's all about.
Absolutely,
Amen
buddy.
to
Thank
that.
you, man.
Yeah.
All right, right on.
Oh yeah. Oh no!
But unfortunately, given Barb and Brian's schedule, we couldn't actually get a ride in together. They had to leave very early that next morning, but they got plenty of riding in because they had been there all pretty much the whole week. And I did get a chance to ride with my now good friend Southern Rider. He rode up on his Indian Chieftain, and being that we were in the same hotel, we got a chance to ride together, even if only for a few minutes. So it was definitely worth it. But I got up early the next morning. It was a very foggy and almost rainy morning. I got up and hit the Dragon for a very fantastic blast up the mountain to one of the scenic areas. The weather was cool, breezy, the views, man, the views. That moment, that moment, it was perfect. But it was a great ride. It was a great weekend with fantastic views after hitting the tail of the Dragon again. Since I think the last time was like 2014 or 2015.
But yes, people, I made it out here to the Dragon and got a chance to ride this road before most of the sports bike riders and people that know this road a lot more got on it, because there's no way that the 109 can keep up with any of that. But it is very different from when I rode this road back in 2014. In fact, it was like I never even ridden it. And it is a road that gives you the sensation of riding really curvy roads in like a national park, but it is a road that will bite you if you make a mistake. So it doesn't get any better than this, folks. It doesn't get any better than this. You have a good day, sir.
Yeah, you too, bud. I've
Will
been
do.
trying to take a piss for the last hour.
I understand that.
But the ride home gave me time to reflect for getting out of this rat race and getting rained on multiple times. The rain was so bad. But it made me think about what I needed to do on this channel and work to grow so I can make more trips like this often, to meet more people like you watching. Rides like this are constantly changing my brain to make it normal. Get me out of that mundane comfort zone I've been stuck in for so long. So yeah, thank you to Ride with Two Indians, Barb and Brian, for helping me get out of that comfort zone once more and push towards that goal. And if you are, comment down below on your progress. But as always, click the like button and subscribe for more motorcycle stories and following my own personal journey. I thank you always for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the very next one.